Hey everybody, and welcome back to my station. I have not just done a general update in quite a while, so I thought I'd give you a little update with what's going on about a year and a half, actually almost 2 years into my tank, I think it is. Let you know the good, the bad, and then I'll do some close-ups of what's happening here. So I just did a cleaning, and let's start with the bad first. The bad that's happening, of course, the anemone is one that you'll see in the bottom left here in a second. I've tried changing the flow to make the anemone more happy, and nothing happened except it made all of my other corals super unhappy. So I put the flow back to where the corals thrive, and you'll see it close up in a little bit. The anemone is just stagnant of where it is, almost, it's a rose bubble tip, and there's almost no extension of anything. So it's kind of sad. I don't know why the rose bubble tip doesn't move, or why it hasn't, died yet. I'm wondering if having the pistol shrimp next to it has been problematic. I really have no idea. Then I have tons of different kinds of algae growing in here. I have bubble algae, I have bryopsis, I have dinoflagellates, I have hair algae. Really, whatever it is, I have it, and so I've tried everything to get rid of it, but I think pretty much my learning in all this is once it's in your system, like it is in mine, it's just there, and now it's a matter of controlling it. So once every couple weeks, I will try to remove as much as I humanly can, and I think that's just kind of how it's going to go for quite a while. Other bad things that are happening, not a whole lot. I wouldn't say a whole lot bad is really going on. My coral health is doing pretty well. You can see a lot of growth on all of my torch corals, especially in the upper left-hand corner. And I'll just do a quick tour here in a second. And then my big torch coral down at the front is doing well. My green star polyps, I almost killed them off when I switched the flow, but they seem to be doing a lot better now. My two clowns have been hosting that colt coral right in the middle. Colt corals had no negative repercussions at all. So anyway, all in all, things are going well. Let's just take you in for a little zoom in of some of my corals so you can kind of see what's happening. There we go. There's my acan. The acan, that's huge center portion that died a while ago. When I was gone, it fell off its perch. I don't know if it's ever going to grow back in, but I think it's still looking alright for how it's doing. It's a beautiful piece, not growing super fast. That just is what it is. My little small torch, this is one that was a part, let's see, this one here, and then this big one. They were all one piece, and not only that, but those three big heads on the top there were also one piece. But I broke them up and placed them in different places. This one had another head on the back, which has died off. Let's see if you can see it there. Yeah, I think it was just too much shade. And then my frog spawn, it's doing well. I mean, it's growing. You can see there was a period when it started bleaching. It started losing a lot of its colors. And then it was really pulled in, and during that time, what happened? Well, algae started growing in between, so now I have to remove that. I don't know if it's getting its color back or not. I can't tell. I've had to set my radions back down to 35%, and just trying to keep things stable to see if it pops back and looks as beautiful as it once did. It just doesn't open as much anymore, which is kind of sad. Anyway, the big torch here, it's nice. It does its function, which is create water movement, block the kind of ugliness of the front. A while ago I put some white epoxy in there, and it was just kind of awful. So that covers it up, which is great. My green star polyps, as you can see, I had some die off when I moved the MP10 around to try to get some flow different. I also have bryopsis that grows on top of it and underneath it, so I'm constantly pulling it out. So it hasn't really been able to reach its full potential. Oh well. And my cleaner shrimp, right there, doesn't really clean Benny much anymore. Just kind of hangs out, likes to scavenge for food when I feed it, and seems to work all right. Benny and Lucille, Benny the male, Lucille the female, they're obviously hosting this. Lucille, you can see right there, has gotten pretty possessive of it, so when the blue sapphire damsel gets close, she will attack him, but they just seem to be showing their broadsides, and it doesn't seem to be too much of a huge problem. See if you can see Jack. Oh, there's Jack, the pistol shrimp. He's just Mr. Finicky. He will snap at me anytime I get too close, and he just kind of guards his spot and cleans everything out in there. And we're going to move over here now. to my favorite coral, of course, which is my hammer coral. I thought for the longest time that the hammer coral had this central mouth, but I come to find out that this whole middle section here is just a worm, a fan worm, and I had no idea, and I feel really dumb for not knowing that. So there's this cool fan worm that comes out. Evidently it doesn't hurt it. I love this hammer coral because a lot of hammer corals have, you know, the tips aren't solid colors, but this one just has some beautiful, beautiful, beautiful coloration, which I absolutely love. Coming over here, you can see the growth of the green star polyps, right? Obviously nothing fancy here. These things will pretty much grow in anything.